right, so here we have the Behringer FLOW 8, which is an 8-input digital mixer with Bluetooth audio and app control. There are 6 60mm channel faders, 2 effects processors, and a USB audio interface. Whenever I first saw this thing, what got me most excited was that it actually has faders on it, because a lot of the digital mixers out there right now that are small, there's no faders, so I always kind of worry about like what happens if your app crashes or your phone dies or whatever, and you're in the middle of an event and can't control the volume. So it's really cool that this actually has faders on it. And another thing that's interesting is that it has Bluetooth app control. Because another thing I run into is Wi-Fi problems, because most digital mixers are controlled via Wi-Fi. And so like if you're just using the onboard Wi-Fi, you're not connected to the internet, and it seems like the device that you're using to control the mixer, you also need to access the internet. It turns into a hassle switching between those two Wi-Fi signals. So this is controlled via Bluetooth. So that's kind of cool because it solves that problem. It also says Bluetooth audio. So apparently you can connect your phone to this and play music through it via Bluetooth. I've never seen that in a mixer before, so I'm excited to open this up and see what we have going on here. So of course, when you open it up, you got the manual that nobody's ever going to read. And over here, we got our power supply. I mean, this is a pretty standard boxing for a mixer, what you would expect from Behringer. We got a USB cable and a power supply in this box. Then of course, you got the mixer itself. Packaged up nicely so you can't get into it. All right, here we have it. It looks just like it did on the box, but if I'm honest, the build quality is actually a little bit better than I expected it to be. It feels very well made, very solid. And here at the top, we have 8 different inputs. It looks like we have 2 that can support phantom power, and then 2 other mic preamps, and the other 4 are just line ins. You also have a phone jack here, a foot switch, 2 monitor sends, and a main left and right. I mean, that should pretty much get you through any type of small event. I'm kind of thinking of, I'll do some conferences here and there where you just have a few speaking mics, things like that. It seems like really this mixer would be perfect for that. Of course, the question probably we all have is, what are these faders like? Because we've all probably had a mixer where the faders were just like less than ideal. So let's see what these feel like. They're really smooth. They don't feel cheap at all. I am surprised by that. That's awesome. You got a series of buttons over here. You got a mute control, a tap for your effects, effects 1 and 2, so you can program those in. That's pretty cool that a mixer this small has 2 built-in effects already. It has your monitor 1 and 2, so you can adjust those mixes, and then your main mix. It seems like this is going to be really simple to use. And of course, you have your level meter over here to help you set your gain, see your levels. Here's your Bluetooth USB control. And this is for your headphone volume. Looks like this is how you adjust the menu over here. And I'm kind of curious what this little knob over here is for. So let's get this plugged in and see what it looks like when it's turned on. All right, now that we have it turned on, we can see what some of these buttons do. I'll go ahead and start at the top here. We have a mute button, and it says all long. So I guess you hold it down long to mute everything. And then it says effects short. So I guess just tapping it mutes your effects. That's pretty cool and handy to have. And then you hold it down and it's going to mute all of your channels there. Awesome. Simple enough. Here you have effects 1 and effects 2. So you select one, and then you can use this little knob over here to change the type of effect that it is. So that's pretty awesome, easy. Then down here you have monitor 1 and monitor 2, so that you can adjust those levels for your monitors. That's pretty awesome. And then it says easy gain whenever you hold down both of these buttons. So let's hold them down here. So now we're in easy gain, and the little screen says that we're on mic 1, and I can select whatever mic we have here. So mic 1, if I select that, it says calibrate. So it seems as if like you have your vocalist singing, it's gonna set your gain for you. And that's pretty cool. I've never seen a mixer do that. And then down here you have your main mix. I guess that's how you mix between the 3 different things. You have 2 different monitor channels and then your main mix, and you can adjust those levels accordingly. All right, so this little knob up here, Bluetooth/USB, looks like that's just how you control your level for your Bluetooth input or your USB input. Then you have your phone's input here. And what's cool about this is whenever I'm adjusting these knobs on this little screen right here, it tells you where you're at, like -12 dB. So it makes it really easy to see what you're adjusting. All right, so as far as an unboxing experience goes, I'm really impressed with the Behringer FLOW 8, and I look forward to putting this thing to use and seeing how it goes.